News from the Sound, a weekly cooperative project between Brantford Community Television and the Sound newspaper. I'm Brian Boyd, and here are your Brantford highlights from the Sound's February 11th issue. Ni hao, Brantford. Between February 2nd and 10th, a group of 6 Chinese exchange students showed Brantford High School's kids how alike, rather than different, teenagers from both countries can be. The students, their English teacher, and school vice principal were hosted here by BHS staff and student families. It was the first time the students arrived as part of an ongoing academic exchange between BHS and Weifang No. 1 Middle School in Shandong, China. In addition to finding that they listened to a lot of the same music and watched the same movies, Twilight is a shared favorite, the Chinese kids also found some notable differences in Brantford. Hands-on art and technology classes, big houses, and really cheap iPhones. For more photos, visit zippo6.com, click on Brantford, and then click on the photos. The Tabor decision is in, and it looks like good news for Brantford. Unfortunately, it came in after press time, so look at the Sound's website, zippo6.com, for a full analysis. About 40 business owners and residents turned out to catch the ear of State Senator Ed Meyer and State Representative Lonnie Reed at the Brantford Chamber of Commerce Legislative Breakfast on February 5th. Many had questions about what's being done to help businesses and residents in the community. Being a great mentor means being there for your student, even if that means jogging around the gymnasium in your business suit. Just ask Rick Hetrick, Brantford Community Youth Mentoring's Youth Mentor of the Year and the Sounds Person of the Week. Rick signed up when the program began in 2005 and is now its longest-standing volunteer. In sports, Brantford Hockey routed Milford 7-0 last week. When Adolph Brink and his assistants took over the Brantford ice hockey team this year, the Hornets got out to a 1-3 start. In the last month, everyone associated with the program has had more time to gel, and the result is that Brink's bunch has been playing some fine hockey with a record of 6-5-2, just one win from reaching Division II tournament. Senior assistant captain goalkeeper Andrew Furbush and junior Gary Criscuolo, shown here, are two of the reasons why Brantford ice hockey team is on the brink of qualifying for the tourney. In basketball action, the boys basketball team dropped a 56-44 decision to North Haven last week, but then bounced back to beat Foreign 47-40 as Jake Pulisi's squad made 13 of its 14 free throws in the fourth quarter. After dropping a 65-55 decision to Career, the Brantford girls basketball team bounced back with a pair of victories, first beating Guildford 58-55, followed by a 61-36 triumph against East Haven. The Hornets are now 13-4. The Brantford indoor track program competed at the SCC Championship last week, and both Hornets teams had respectable days as Kevin Connell's girls took 8th place with Rich Biondi's boys team finishing 10th. The long-distance events were the strength for the Brantford girls team as Emily Arsenault took 2nd place in the 3200, and Ali Kowalenko, shown here, finished 3rd in the 1000 and 1600. The Brantford boys swimming team posted its biggest victory of the season last week, earning a 96-90 home triumph versus Amity to improve 10-2. Winter sports fans may soon have a new team to cheer for. Last winter, Skip and Linda Burberry wanted to give students at Brantford who are interested in skiing competitively a chance to do that, so they started a club team. The season went well. Brantford featured 6 athletes on its roster, but entering this year, the Burberrys were hoping that more students would take place, as a team needs at least 6 boys and 6 girls to qualify for varsity status. Brantford now has 8 girls and 8 boys in the program, and if these numbers stay up next year, the team can apply for varsity status, and if the administration then gives the okay, they could very well be a Brantford Hornets varsity skiing team next winter. In Living this week, catch our cover story on the Connecticut Film Festival in Old Saybrook. Held this weekend from February 12th to 14th, the small shoreline community will fill some big shoes as it plays host to the film festival, a multi-event extravaganza at the Katharine Hepburn Cultural Arts Center. It features staples of the 60-year-old festival, including its Best of the Fest award winners and a new collection of Connecticut-grown films filmed here in the state. Our Living section columns include Amy Berry's Parent's Eye View, looking at the Race to the Top legislation, and also Lee White's recipe for roast pork dinner and a casserole for the next day. Kristen Mastromarino helps you preserve precious memories in her Ask the Organizer column, and Jenny Lehman reviews Mel Gibson's latest film. This week's additional web features include how to come aboard with the Brantford High School musical On the Town, Hartford Stage's new play about the advice columnist Ann Landers, a chance to learn about the art of compassionate living, and Thomas Fleming's new book on the Founding Fathers and their intimate lives. Online sports features this week include Captain Morgan and an online gallery of the SCC Cheerleading Championships. Up next week, look for full coverage of the Tabor decision, including feedback from both sides of the issue. And that's it for this week's edition of News from the Sound. Thanks for watching us. Hope to see you next week.